Chapter 113. Enoch speaks to Methuselah and Lamech. 25th of June, 1841. When the two had heard these words of Asmahel, they were amazed. And after Asmahel had walked a short distance away from them, Lamech said to Methuselah, "Father, what do you think of this brief speech by this young man? I have the impression that he secretly thinks very highly of himself. That this is so, his words show very clearly. It is good to be where I am. Why does he not say, it is good to be where Adam and God's children are? Look, this and still some other things really puzzle me. Therefore, do tell me, if you can and want to, how all this seems to you, and what you think of this young man. Amen." And then Enoch came to them and corrected the two, saying, "Listen, my children, and look here. If I take a stone into my hand and hold it, but someone comes and asks me, 'Friend, what are you holding in your hand?' But I show him that it is a stone, and he asks again, 'What about that stone?' Shall I not answer him, 'Why do you ask me? If I am holding the stone above the ground, how can it become a stumbling block to you?' Why does something that is not a burden to you concern you? If I am happy with my burden, you need not ask about it anxiously. Is anyone able to pulverize a hard stone in his hand to dust? Surely no one will try this. Is it not more practical to carry the stone in one's hand than to stumble over it in the road and hurt oneself? And who would be inclined to flee from his own life? But if he has the life, why does he do as if he had never received it, and act like a blind man in all things? What does man know anyway? Is not whatever he knows out of God? How does he imagine that he could think beside God as someone who is self-sufficient and not in need of God's counsel? But once he begins to guess, he continues to do so until he has guessed himself to ruin. Thus also you keep asking and guessing. But if I said to you, I, Enoch, am your father, what would this statement mean to you? If I said this, could you reproach me for thinking too highly of myself? Am I not what my tongue states that I am? What will happen once the blind begin to judge? He who does not see during the day, how does he expect the night to illumine him? If you are even unable to grasp Asmahel's words, where can your judgment about Asmahel place its tottering foot? But if I asked you, what is the growth of a rose and what the rose itself? You would fall silent. Why do you ask yourselves what it is about Asmahel? I tell you, Wait until tomorrow, and everything shall be explained to you. But for now, stick to Asmahel and respect every one of his words very highly. Amen. Do understand and hear this. Amen.